dog out there.
It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Today we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Los Angeles Chargers. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. First carry for Nick Chubb. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A give. This is Chubb. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Watson. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Chubb. And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
I tried to film a video, and this happened.
Now Watson going to sneak it. And I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. Give it to Chubb, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0.
7, Chargers, nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 16. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so,
you heard what
just want to play
said.
3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down.
You saw what the fuck I said, nigga.
4th down coming up. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10.
Bruh, that's all I do.
Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. And it's the Bears.
And I'm better than Fields.
We'll keep you
and I'm better than Fields.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
I wonder
if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Out of the gun, Watson. Swings this in for Hunt.
How the fuck I check my stats? I'm pretty sure they're pretty damn comparable.
Yeah, all my top games are at least 12.
After 1-7-0 on EA Sports.
At least 12.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. No gain.
I don't even play this shit.
Nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed.
I can see what your highest skill game is.
Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So it's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the 50, here's Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big gain that time for the Chargers.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
brings up 2nd and 10 at the Browns' 14-yard line.
Herbert now. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Donald Parham, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point good by Hopkins. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes.
He's got him in, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Flushed out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Joey Bosa, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? Back to throw. Watson. Throw left side. There's Schwartz with it. And some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st down, Watson. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you will too.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
3rd and goal. They're going with Chubb. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Nick Chubb with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
Chargers 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Here's Herbert. Herbert has it knocked free. And this is picked up by the Browns.
Almost, Herb.
And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And no return here for Reed. This will be a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push.
And this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray, and the Chargers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the 2nd quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one, and they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a 2nd one.
He's going to let this one go deep, and that is incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 1st and 10, Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Herbert will give this one to Eckler, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now it's Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Austin Eckler as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started
as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Charger drive about to get going.
And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
2nd and 8. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson sliding out of the pocket. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far, and second down.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Back to throw, Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Hunt. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one.
And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by Michael Davis. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Whipping one into Allen. That's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 8-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert will drop this one off to Eckler. Touchdown! Austin Eckler with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Browns drive about to get started. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
To throw is Watson. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Hunt's going to run left. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Watson. Drops it off for Chubb. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Faking the give. Now Watson. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
It's almost hard to believe that Joey Bosa is in his 6th season now with the Los Angeles Chargers. A Pro Bowler 3 out of the last 4 seasons. He led the team with 7.5 sacks in 2020. One of the great technicians as a pass rusher in the league.
He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that's caught inside the 35. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big connection on that one. 36 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
From the red zone now, Watson. This is going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick.
And the Chargers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they pick that one off.
And Myles Garrett, the All-Pro, in on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. It's Eckler again. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the fourth quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Damn, everybody on mute in this bitch or something? I'm playing that league game. I think the boys game chat or something. What league game you playing? ACL.
Throwing, Herbert.
Yeah, I thought you just played earlier. Nah, I ain't playing earlier. That was not playing.
Make the diving catch.
Nah, I know Rooks played. Not Rooks, I played, but when I was playing my game, I thought you told me that you were about to have your game. I was supposed to play me earlier. I said I might have played one of my league game in that high-five league, but this nigga
running
bullshit.
on first down, Eckler. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
I'm not good saying this till we go on commission, like, bro, just
officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Herbert. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes. That's going to be a first down. Well done. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Browns drive about to get started. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Watson's throw taken in by Cooper here. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Watson. He's letting this one go for 4.
Yeah,
and now here's another interception. Picked off by the rookie Asante Samuel. And the Chargers have just about sewn up this football game. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Well, it's over for Tyreek Hill. He'll never have these type of years again.
Second and 11.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished.
Yo.
They just scored in the second quarter. Do you think they thought
Yo, y'all need one?
Yeah, we did. I think I got kicked.
We hopping in the series now, or are you still on that shit?
Yeah, we come around real quick. Fuck it.